Hello you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney.
Hello you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now let's get into this, shall we? Hope you guys can hear me. Can you hear up? All right, I see you guys coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. That connection, I'm about to log out. Okay, that's fine, Sean. You guys can hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. My husband got his phone on, so you guys can hear me just fine. Oh, I'm looking good. That light on point. Y'all get ready because I'm gonna be coming to y'all live in full effect. Okay. So welcome, you guys. We are in 2021. Now I'm just letting y'all know. Now I got my husband's jacket behind me, baby. Okay, I don't have to mess up the ensemble, like for real, because you know it's a little toasty out here in these streets. Hey everybody. Hey Team Truth. Hey. Hashtag OCOV. Hey, y'all. Okay, welcome. Y'all are coming in here. Okay, y'all are ready. All right. Well, as you guys may or may not know, I am Whitney D. I am your host. Just to give you guys some house rules. My main thing is what? Say it with me now. Keep it cute or get the boot. Meaning, respect my platform. I'm not saying that you have to agree with me. Okay, but I'm saying for you to be able to articulate your feelings and emotions accordingly. Okay, we're grown. If we're not, I don't know why you're on my channel. If you're a kid, okay, go on play with some Legos or something. All right, this ain't for you. Okay, but not for nothing, you guys are in for a treat on tonight. I mean, I don't know about any of this. Like I told Sean when I was talking to her. I'm not in these YouTube streets like that. Y'all know I'm not, because the Lord is still working on me. I'll pull up. Okay. So not for nothing. I guess some stuff done went down. But we're gonna clear the air here because Whitney DTV is very neutral here. It's very safe. Like I said, just the ground rules to keep it cute, or you will get the boot, and that goes for the guests that are joining us. Now, just give you guys a precursor. My husband is over here warming me up. Okay, so if you hear, ignore. Okay, because I need to be toasty. Okay, he's trying to make sure I say cute. Thank you, baby. Okay. Yeah, love him. Okay, you guys. So, let's get into this. All right. So, Team Truth. Okay, this is a missionary statement. Okay, bridging the communication gap between positive authority figures and minors, taking the power of silence away from those whose intent is to do our children harm. Joining us tonight is the president and co-founder of Team Truth LLC. Yeah, let's go on and get this established. Okay, it's different entities when it comes to Team Truth. I myself, as you guys know, I'm not a part of no Team Truth LLC. I'm not a part of these little gang groups. I'm not a part of that. I just look for the truth, period. And I told you guys that whatever that may be. Now, I've made some friends along the way, and I love y'all. They love me. But I also had the rough side of that whole affiliation too. Okay. And with that being said, we are also going to be bringing on another guest. You guys may know her. I did not. I had to do my research, okay? But not for nothing, she experienced the other side of that as well, okay? And causing her and this young lady, Sean, the president, to clash, okay? So we're going to try our best to see if they can reconcile. But we have to do what I'm big on it. Y'all know. Say it with me now. Start with A. Accountability. Yeah. Hold you behind accountable for what you do. Okay. And so it's going to be nice and clean. But before we begin, I need you guys to take out this time to like this video. Okay, because I see how many people up in there. I need to see it even out. Okay, and then also I need you guys to go ahead and share this video. It's gonna be spicy. Okay, it's gonna be spicy. All right. Now, I'm not sure if we're gonna have Mr. Angelo with us tonight. Hopefully, okay. But moderators, make sure you guys are checking the chat. Because I'm not with tonight. Okay, I'm not. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. The first person that I'm bringing on, as you guys know, is the president and co-founder of Team Truth LLC, Sean Busby. Okay, and I'm going to bring her on here. All right, Sean.
Hey, Whitney. Thank you, lovely.
Hey.
Thank you, lovely, for giving me the opportunity to come onto your platform to discuss something that's been occurring for almost a year right now.
You're welcome.
And before I acknowledge Shauna, I'd like to say hello to all my beautiful queens and mighty kings. We are such a beautiful, knowledgeable group of people.
Absolutely.
We're the most innovative and versatile people on this planet. We dominate everything, and we influence every culture and every single part of society. And if you just go on TikTok, you'll see that.
Come on now.
I believe that about 86% of everything that we've been told that they created, they stole from us. I just want to remind us that we're not descendants of slaves. We're descendants of kings and queens. Our people were enslaved. That's what was done to them. We're not slaves. And anyone who mocks the title of kings and queens, that just lets us know that this country's indoctrination has worked on you. And you have the mind and mentality of a slave. But I'm here right now to elevate the altitude of our attitudes. And I also want to apologize. Last year, Shauna provided someone with the text that I had sent her. And I was clearly attempting to make the distinction between the supporters asking for her Cash App and YouTubers begging, demanding, or asking for someone to hit their Cash App. I now understand, because there was a lot of begging a year ago, but I now understand that we are natural entrepreneurs. We've always been that way. So I want to come on here and I want to commend Debosky, Larry, and DJ Tyson for being strong Black men with powerful voices and a platform that can reach and change the minds of millions. But we need to use it for good. I came over here from the conscious community, watching them go back and forth and do the exact same thing that's happening over here. The hypocrisy is outrageous. Now, they called themselves gods over there. I came over here because I was watching a cult leader do the same thing that R. Kelly has done to his victims, the exact same script. I came over here with the intent of connecting two fathers with another father who this cult leader would not allow him to have access to his child. We have people on both sides of the fence. Wherever you are, that's fine. I have nothing negative to say about any YouTuber on here. I'm not on here to gossip or cause dissension or antagonize anybody. What I do want to say is that we have to stop fighting against each other. We're only 13% of the population, and we fuel this economy by trillions of dollars every year, whether we live in the projects, the suburbs, or a penthouse. We have white folks storming Capitol Hill because that's where the laws are made, while we're storming the Nike outlet and Dollar Tree. We're the most powerful people on this earth, and they steal everything from us, and they want to be us. We have to stop fighting. We are God's chosen people. What you all are seeing on this internet are tribes fighting against tribes. We need to learn how to come together as a nation. We don't know who we are, so we don't know what we deserve, so we don't know what to demand. We give away our vote for nothing. But you let the LGBT crew come in here, you let the Jews come in here, and they're going to make sure that they know what they're getting before they give away their vote freely. We know that they're not going to give us anything for the many family members that we never met because of slavery and Jim Crow. So we need to do it for ourselves. Only Black people will take a blessing and turn it into a curse. And that's what y'all are going to hear about today. I jump in and out of these videos, these channels. I'm not familiar with any of the female channels, just those 3 that I named. And I see how strong their reach is. And it's because your voice resonates in the heart of who God has sent to you. These people are willing to work 40, 60, 80 hours and hit your Cash App. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. It's all about support. But it gets me when you say that people are trying to drag R. Kelly down, a Black man, and you're doing it to each other. How is it possible that for less than 1,000 views, you're willing to destroy somebody's life? Their family, their job? You want to get them locked up? When do we stop being our brother's keeper? When do we start being so weak? I don't understand that. Is it the estrogen they're putting in the water? Is it the chemtrails? What is it? Is it the lack of fathers in our home? Yes, it is. That's what they knew in slavery. White man's always been in his home. During Jim Crow, white man always been in his home. Where are the fathers standing up for their children? Where are the fathers teaching their kids that we're more than entertainment? We can do more than run, bounce, throw a ball. Where are the fathers at? The fathers need to be out here teaching these children who are self-destructing. Y'all aren't doing nothing for R. Kelly. Y'all are on here emotionally arm wrestling. There are so many gifted people on both sides. Gifted investigators, people with strong voices. Why don't y'all start doing this? Why don't you start researching all the Black men in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s until today who have been in prison for decades for crimes that they didn't commit. Why don't y'all do that? Instead of trying to get somebody on the phone to tear somebody down about something they did years ago and paid for, why don't you get the families of the people who are grieving over their children going to prison for life at 16? How about that? Why don't you talk to them about their child going to prison because it was a white police officer, a white judge, and an all-white jury, because we throw away those requests for us to come for jury duty? How about that? Why don't you stand up and stop letting these white folks pay a few black folks to tell us what to believe about ourselves? We went from kings and queens to bitches and niggas. Many of our parents just got the right to vote. And this is where we are, trying to destroy each other on the internet. Don't you know there's enough killing out there in the streets? These white folks have channels that have millions of subscribers. And y'all slicing and dicing each other over 3,000 or less? And half of them don't even watch. Y'all talk about how Angelo had all these companies and filed for bankruptcy. That's what happens when you have a beautiful mind and you put action behind your faith. Do you know how many times Henry Ford failed? Do you know how many times Donald Trump filed for bankruptcy? Twice. But what y'all fail to see is he's a billionaire right now. Y'all have got to stop being ignorant and be smart. We are the smartest people on this earth. We built the pyramids. We not only built the pyramids, we were also the people that had the great Egyptian dynasty. We were on every single continent before anybody even showed up. You go to these restaurants, whose recipe was that? Ours. We were the ones cooking, not them. And don't get me wrong, this is not an anti-white show. It's a black love show. When we watch TV, what do we see? Negativity about us. We know that they are not going to do anything for us, even though we are victims. Victims receive restitution when someone is murdered. We do deserve that. But guess what? Since they're not going to give it to us, we need to do it ourselves. We need to stop supporting black companies like a fad. What happened to FUBU and Sean John? We supported them for a minute. Now it's so uncool to wear it. People get talked about if they wear it. But guess what we do for white folks? We make it cool. We make their name cool, and we make their name important. And we are nothing but white folks walking billboards right now from head to toe. Every tag you got on it, that's a white man's name. Every car you get on, you get in, that's a white man's name on that. But we want to laugh about a black man making an attempt to provide us with something that we need. We may not even know that we need it yet. But I'm going to tell you this. No matter how much you talk about that black man, if you're a real black man, no matter what they say, it won't tilt your crown. It'll just push you to grind harder. Slavery was a system, a psychological operation that is still operating today. And don't you know the very place that they want you to be is in prison, paying for their vacation homes. The judges, the prosecutors, they all have stock in these prison to pipeline categories, which is why we need to be on the jury, which is why we need to stop telling our kids that it's all right to play basketball and football and rap. We need to be voting every 2 years for Congress, the very people who make the laws. We need to be talking about our children becoming attorneys and judges and police officers, the very people who listen to us shred each other to pieces, the very people who fear us and see our children as threats to society and see their children as people who need a second chance. These people are the very people who are making these laws that are locking our people up for decades and destroying our families. This government is the very government that is funneling every single drug that ever hit this earth that was created in a military lab. The CIA is funneling that into our communities so that we will kill each other. Many of y'all don't even know that, including crack. All these things are used to keep us from uniting. They fear us. And the white people or the people who are not melanated like us, who see how great we are and support us in it, they're adopted into the kingship also. So this is not a white or black thing, but this country has made it that. So we can keep begging the master for a couple extra feet of chitlins, couple extra pieces of hog maws, or we can get up and have a million Angelos and have a Black Wall Street in every single city in America. It's up to you. Y'all really just don't understand how y'all been on here distracted, fighting against each other, and it's about to get really bad for us. Y'all really think a president can save us? This is a whole system. This is not about black and white people. They are trying to destroy our economy. Why? Because there's a certain group of people that want to rule this earth. And the first thing they want to do is to depopulate it. We mean absolutely nothing to them because they know all of our secrets and we demand nothing. And our melanin changes everything from what it was. And they fear that this will one day again be a black planet. So, no, we don't have to maneuver in hate. We are very forgiving people, very loving people. But we cannot allow them to tell us who we are or what we deserve. We are more than a handout. Do you not understand that they funnel this stuff into our communities so that our boys can go to prison, so that they can take away their right to vote, which really doesn't mean anything because presidents are selected, not elected. All that is just a distraction. The real deal is, and the reason that the NRA was created, was to keep guns out of our hands so that we can't protect our families. That Second Amendment is not the right to bear arms against each other. It's the right to bear arms against the tyrannical government, which we are seeing now. It's about to get bad. Y'all have to wake up. So in the Revolutionary War, when they broke free from Britain, they never broke free from Britain. Because in 1913, Woodrow Wilson handed this American economy back to Britain through the Rothschilds. By them, the Rockefellers and some other families coming together, creating a privatized company, which is no different from Nike or McDonald's. They run our economy. None of this is real. The United States are henchmen for them. That's why we've been at war for 93% of the time. That's why we go and invade other countries and send our children over there to die. We push trillions of dollars into the economy and we get nothing from it. Couple food stamps, little bit of housing. Just for them to look down on us and say, well, look, we gave you something. They send $26 billion to Israel every single year. And when Ice Cube comes on here and he tries to demand something, now we mock him, which is what we should have been doing. Demanding something. We are the most powerful people on this earth, and we need to start acting like it. All of these channels with all of these great researchers and investigators can come together and create an innocence project. To start investigating why these men are in prison for 40 years. The truth of the matter is, no matter what side you're on, somebody has been affected by the very thing that you refuse to believe. This is the last thing I'm going to say. And I've been sitting back in the cut for 2 years. I'm extremely passionate about our company. I was a victim of sexual abuse by my stepfather. I understand the cycles of trauma that your mind goes through, even to get to the point to admit to anyone that that happened to you. What we fail to realize is that these men and women who abuse us, they abuse children. They abuse children who are afraid of things that go bump in the night. Children who think that there's monsters under their bed or in the closet. And the reality is that that monster is sitting in the living room with their mom laughing. That monster is going back in the bedroom with their mom doing different things, and they can hear what their mother is doing. Only to lie down in their bed at night and hear the creak of the door of the floor and not understand what's happening to them because they were never taught any of that, because they weren't supposed to be. They're children. Many of y'all don't understand the shame, the guilt, the confusion. Why is this person doing this to me? Is it the way I looked at them? What was it? You don't understand that smell? What is that smell? Until years later and you realize it's sex coming out of the pores of this monster. You don't understand the level of fear that comes with this huge shadow in the night. The next morning you get up, there he is, laughing and joking with your mom. How do I start the conversation? Is she going to believe me? And if she does, is she going to leave him and change our entire lives because he's the financial breadwinner? If she believes me and she goes off on him, then what's going to happen? Are they just going to get back together and now I'm deemed a liar? Wow, this is a lot for a child to take on. So I'm going to try to act like it didn't happen. And every night I go to bed, I'm terrified. I go to school, I can't tell my teachers, I can't tell my friends because it's embarrassing. I don't understand it. So then I become an adult and I just try to push it out of my mind. I just try to live life. And I don't realize that now my abuse is the lens by which I view my perspective of life. So now I'm battling my partner. Now I'm having babies out of wedlock and I'm just trying to live and make it. And the years and the years and the years and the years are going by. So I try to overcompensate. And I don't allow my children to stay the night anywhere. And I'm very protective of them. And I tell them about stranger danger. But what about when the danger is in your house? Who's talking about that? We talk about R. Kelly having enablers and yes men. We all know that's true. Michael Jackson had enablers and yes men around him. That's why his nose almost fell off. That's why he looked like a white woman by the time he died. So don't get it twisted and act like you don't know that with money comes power. But what if it's just somebody next door in your house? How do you go to an adult and tell an adult that this person is doing things to you? And as we see, every single time a victim comes out, you got somebody telling them they're lying and that didn't happen. You don't know what happens in their bedrooms at night. We are all capable of every single sin out there. And y'all keep saying God is with R. Kelly. He sure is, because he loves the sinner 100% and hates the sin. But apparently, because this man can't get bail, it must be God's will for him to be in there. He has to pay for what he's done. Children are close to the heart of God, and he warned us not to do anything to them. He has to pay for that. He has to pay for that. You guys talk about let him get his due justice. His Do y'all not understand that when he had his Miranda rights read to him, that told him what his due justice was? Due process? The Miranda rights are the amendments to the Constitution. 1, 2, I'm sorry, 1, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 13. The only one that he hasn't received yet is 6. And that's the right to face his accuser and allow his huge, expensive team of attorneys to question them unless they plead the 5th. What y'all need to be paying attention to is your own families. Because right after 9/11, in 2001, the Patriot Act was passed. Let me tell you about that real quick, my kings and queens. That means that the government can deem you a domestic terrorist for whatever reason they want, whether it be not paying your taxes or not getting this vaccine when they make it mandatory. It means that without a subpoena, they can go into your home when you're not there, download all your computer files, go through your underwear drawer, put cameras and listening devices in there and jet without you ever knowing they were there. They can then come back and kidnap you, put you in their car, take you wherever they want to without charging you, which means you don't have the right to an attorney because you're not charged. And lock you away somewhere so that when your family is looking for you and they call the hospitals and the jails, guess what? You're not in the system. You've disappeared. All these black girls that are coming up missing, why don't y'all research that? Why don't y'all get together and talk about the PTSD that we were born with? All this fighting back and forth and trying to destroy our company? For what? Y'all been contacting the IRS on us? The Better Business Bureau? Yes, Angelo has all your information. Yes, he spoke to the head person. I did too. How are you trying to destroy a black company who's doing nothing but helping people? We don't make any money off of this. Everything we've done, and I'm talking about Team Truth LLC, has come out of our pockets, whether it be 550 or 500. Every minute I spend on the phone is a minute away from my children, but I spend it with you and your children because I'm passionate about this. My passion, Angelo's strength. I don't care what you think about us. I don't care how many videos you make after this about me. You're not putting money in my pocket and you're not taking away from my self-esteem. I fear no one and nothing. So you do what you got to do to help you sleep at night. But I'm telling you right now to pick up your crowns and dust them off and be the men and women that God created you to be. And actually go out here and help your brothers and sisters overcome these hurdles that have been placed in front of us for us to fail. The healing starts one heart at a time. So we need to start with our own communities. We can get together. If we can spend $400 on some weave hair and $150 for some Nikes, we can pull that money together and start cleaning up our communities. We can pull it together and get new books for our children so they're not looking at books 5 years old, written in, with pages missing. We can teach our children by example how to be entrepreneurs. We can remind them who they are. This country is dumbing us down for a reason. I cannot believe that we don't mind calling ourselves bitches, hoes, sluts. I cannot believe that we don't mind our children listening to that stuff. We don't care as long as they're doing TikToks, bouncing up and down to the titty dance. Well, that's such and such daughter, so it's okay. When you fail to realize the pedophiles love watching them do the titty dance too.
Hey, what's up with it, man? It's your boy Darren, better known as Super. It's your boy Antonius Maximus. Yeah, y'all like what it do words for one and only big homie AG.
Brown or white, hen or gin.
Everybody tell the truth
When you're 3 shots in.
Lips and Lashes by Shea Cosmetics is way more than its namesake. From primers, mascaras, eyeshadows, foundations, lippies, lashes, and so much more. For that fierce look you can't find anywhere else, Lips and Lashes by Shea Cosmetics. Tell them Whitney from Reviews with Whitney D sent you. Shazaj Creations is a virtual boutique for creative customized apparel, tumblers, and jewelry. Allow them to create a keepsake that you can use as a heirloom for centuries to come. Everything from blankets to pillows, allow your memories to come alive with every picture. Tell them Whitney D from Whitney D TV sent you. Use the Whitney D code or link in the description box below. Bye.
Come on in, people. It's time for the plug. So y'all know I got a word. If you don't know, you're gonna find out in a few minutes. My name is Britannia, and I am the plug. I am the plug. My name is Britannia, and I am the plug. I am the plug.
I am happy to say that I am a brand ambassador of Noel. Noel is handcrafted, no harsh chemicals, scrubs, oils, soaps, and more. Quality skincare at affordable prices. Check them out and let them know that Whitney D of Whitney D TV sent you by using either my code Whitney30 at checkout or the link in the description box below. Welcome to Embrace Pangea. These products are all created to bring you back to balance through nature's gifts. They have a wide range of products that deal with various aspects of daily life, such as deodorants, juices, clothing, vagina detoxes, and body scrubs. Whichever product that you decide to embrace, you can rest assured that it was created with love for the betterment of self. Embrace your Pangea. Visit the link in the description box below and let them know that Whitney D of Whitney D TV sent you. Bye.
So yeah, so check out the site embracepangea.com and embrace your Pangea. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for tuning into the show. Now it's your turn. We want to hear from you. But remember, keep it cute or get the boot. Let's talk in the comments down below. Check out all our sponsors and affiliates in the description box. And don't forget to join the Witness Nation by clicking the subscribe button. Thank you. Until next time, this is Whitney D with Whitney D TV. Signing off.